Hey Vivian, it's Brooke. Thank you so much for purchasing a special love spread reading and a rush order. I really appreciate it. The rush orders really help me out, so thank you so much. And the love spreads are my favorite readings to do. They're really fun. So, thank you. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right in. So, you are interested in men. You want all the normal questions. So, that means we will be starting with question number 1, which is, who is your true love? So, I will pull some tarot cards. We'll talk about it. Then oracle cards. And then we'll move on to the next question and the next question. Okay, well, that one popped right on out. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. 8 of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Wow, Ace of Cups. Can I just say I'm already highly digging this vibe. Let me get one more card. Oh, beautiful. Okay, the Hierophant. Okay, so as I was just saying, I'm already digging this guy's vibe so much. He just seems sweet. And I was thinking that even before the Ace of Cups popped out. Sorry, that is crooked, and I am type A. Even before the Ace of Cups came out, I was already getting that vibe. I was already thinking sweet. This guy just seems so genuine and I love him. I hope you will love him. What do I mean? I hope you love him. He just seems so sweet, a little nerdy. I get a little bit of a nerdy vibe, but let's get into it. Okay, so I don't even know which card to start with. Well, let's go ahead and start with that Ace of Cups then, because I just want to kind of continue with what I was saying so far, and then we'll go into more things. But the Ace of Cups, so this is, a blessed new beginning in love. This is a very beautiful, romantic, sweet energy. As far as the signs go, if I had to pick the ones I'm leaning towards, I get a little bit of a Taurus vibe. But I'm also getting a lot of the water signs, like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, particularly Cancer and Pisces. This guy doesn't seem like a Scorpio. He seems very sweet. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm not smack talking Scorpios. We're just not very sweet people. He just seems so loving and sweet, and I wish I could convey to you the feeling that I'm feeling other than what I'm saying. It's I just feel it, I just feel that's the best way to describe it. It's he just seems very down to earth, very sweet, very patient, very soft spoken kind of. That's why I get a little bit of a nerdy vibe. In my mind, the image I'm getting is he has glasses, but they're fashionable, nice glasses. I think we have this connotation in our minds of a stereotypical nerd, doesn't know how to dress, doesn't have social skills. No. That's not the case anymore. Nerds are cool. He's definitely got that nerdy vibe, but he's also kind of cool, but not cool he's cool because he's confident. He's cool because he knows who he is and he's confident in who he is. That's what coolness is, He just seems so sweet. I think he really likes music. I see a guitar, so he might dabble in playing the guitar, because it's I see a guitar, or it might be a bass for all I know. I can't tell. I just see the case, the soft case, strapped over his shoulder. And yeah, glasses, dressed nicely, but, like I said, definitely a little on the nerdy side. Thin, shorter, 5'9", 5'10". Well, actually, I guess that's pretty much average, I think. That might even be slightly taller than average. But yeah, around that kind of average height range. Thin, a lighter skin tone, and just dark hair, not okay, this is the worst part of every reading. I'm always like, guys' hair is impossible to describe. Not long, but not short. So shorter than, like, it doesn't go past his ears. So like shorter than that, but still not like a short haircut, you know? Again, like fashionable nerd. That's like the best way I can describe what I'm seeing. But yeah, he's just very romantic, very sweet, very open, very in touch with his emotions, and very mature, and very communicates his emotions and things very well. He's also a really hard worker. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is all about, well, it's called the apprenticeship card. So this is all about like working hard at what you love and making sure that you are doing everything you can to make your dreams come true. So he's a very hard worker. He's very dedicated, but he also is very balanced. So this says to me that he's not like a workaholic. That's all he's going to do. He's never going to see you. He's got the balance. We've got the cups, you know, that loving energy. And we've got the pentacles, the working hard. So he's very balanced between the two. He's got a very good work-life balance. I feel like he's one of those people where you're like, how is there enough hours in the day for you to do what you do? You know what I mean? Like, you might be thinking like, oh my God, like I can't even handle doing half of what you do and I feel overwhelmed. Like, how do you do this so effortlessly? He's like one of those types of people. Just has a really good balance, a really good way of balancing things, balancing different aspects of his life. And then we have the Eight of Swords. I think he's a little bit of a worrier, which is like where I initially was like, oh, he's cute, you know, oh, he's so like sweet. I just want to hug him. But yeah, I think he's a little bit of a worrier. So overall, he's in, you know, good spirits, and he has really great balance between like work and personal life. And I think he just has a really good balance within himself as well. But there are those moments where he can kind of like tend to worry a little bit. I think he has a little bit of anxiety, but again, to me, it doesn't feel like it's social anxiety. It feels more like hypochondria, you know, like maybe every once in a while he just happens to think he's dying and he's not. I can relate. But yeah, I think he's got a little bit of that like worry streak in him, but I don't think it's anything too bothersome. You know, the Nine of Swords is like a little bit more intense. The Eight of Swords is not as intense. I mean, if you look at the picture, the kid looks miserable and the mom's just kind of like, oh, you're silly. Like, I feel like in this picture, like, you're the mom, like, he's the kid, and you're just like, you're silly. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, you know? So I don't think it's anything, like, super intense. I actually think it's a really cute quality. And I think it's something that you'll find actually, like, endearing. That's the perfect word for it. It's actually, like, an endearing quality. It's not, like, an overly anxious, overly worrying. It's actually just, like, kind of a little cute. Like, I think he just has that little bit of like that worrisome. I get like a little bit of a, this is gonna sound strange, but like the best thing I can think of is like Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. I mean, he's not like that all the time, but I feel like occasionally that little bit of a like, oh no, you know, I don't know, I want to put him in my pocket. He just seems so like sweet and cute and innocent. And then we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant represents like institutions, and it represents religion and things like that. And so to me, this is saying that I think he's a little bit spiritual. So he may or may not also be into things like tarot cards, and tarot readings and astrology. This is a very spiritual energy. And it could also, for me, a lot of times it'll represent being interested in just like, other things that are kind of spiritual, like being interested in like ghosts or aliens or like things like that, like having interest in like the great mysteries of the universe. I feel like that's what I was trying to say. Like he finds like interest in like the great mysteries. I feel like he probably likes to watch like random documentaries on Netflix about weird things and unexplained phenomena and things like that. But yeah, he definitely dips his toes into that spiritual realm. And so also to me, this is saying that if your spirituality has ever been like an issue for you, like if you've ever dated guys that are like, oh, you watch tarot videos, like you're stupid, like that ish is fake. Like, you know, if you've ever dated guys like that who like belittle you for your beliefs, like this guy is not going to be like that. He's going to, I think, be into a lot of the same things, but even if he's not into everything, he'll still respect you even if he's not particularly into it. So I think that's really important. So that's wonderful. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull you your oracle cards, and then we'll move on to the next question. All right. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So what this is telling me is, again, like I was saying, he gives me like a little bit of the cute, sweet nerd vibes, a little bit of a worrier. I feel like when he pops into your life, which I'll be interested to see what the next question says, because that'll kind of talk about that. I feel like he's not going to seem interested in you, because I feel like he's going to be like a little bit nervous around you, a little bit afraid of rejection, because I think he's going to think that you're like way out of his league. So the deception is that you're not going to be able, you're going to be like, oh, like I feel like maybe this is the guy, but then he's going to seem completely disinterested in you, and you're just going to be like, well, like what? Like, I don't... He's not interested at all. Like, that's like the vibe I get. I really feel like he's going to hide his feelings from you for a while because, like I said, I think he's going to be afraid of rejection because he's going to think you're too good for him. He's just so cute. All right. Okay, let's go. Give me a card, please. Full moon eclipse conclusions are within reach. All right. Very interesting. So, for me, again, this is kind of going back to this deception, is I really feel like you're really going to help him come out of his shell a little bit. I feel like you're really going to help him be more himself. I think, like I said, I think he is confident in who he is, but that doesn't mean that he thinks everyone's going to like that. You know what I mean? So I think you're going to help him kind of like come out of his shell a little bit, like close this kind of chapter of his life. And then we have choose love. You always have choice, make yours with love. So this kind of reminds me of the Ace of Cups. It's like that similar kind of vibe of just like super just loving and romantic and like idealistic. And I just see this as a very loving, very romantic and sweet relationship and guy. So beautiful. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay. So now the next question is how/when will you meet? So let's see what, okay. The sun, okay. Okay, give me a second here. We'll talk about it, okay. Okay. All right. Wow. Major Arcana. The Sun, the Empress, the World. Okay. Jeez. Okay. High Priestess. Two of Cups. My God. Six of... Okay. Okay. This is insane, and I love it. Your reading is really fun. I am really enjoying this. I hope you are as well. Okay, so first of all, let me just say that you have so much Major Arcana, and Major Arcana is major, life-changing, like generally faded energy. Like this is meant to be. Now, Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is victory. This is jackpot. This is the end of the hero's journey. You know, your hero's journey has been, you know, your whole life preparing for this person, your whole life getting to the place where you need to be to welcome them in. Now, we'll get more information in the final question to see if there's anything you need to do, any healing, any releasing, anything that you need to work on. So we'll get more into that in a minute. But the Six of Wands is like, that's the end of the hero's journey. That's like you've done it, and now you get your dream come true. paired with the Two of Cups, hello, soulmate energy, lovey-dovey energy. Like, this is so meant to be. Like, this is so your person. This is going to be magical. Your meeting is going to be incredibly magical because, like I said, this is all major arcana minus this one. This is the Six of Wands victory card, Two of Cups, lovey-dovey, soulmate energy. Like, can't keep your hands off each other. Can't keep, like, that's like gazing into each other's eyes and just like being like, ugh. You know? Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so how and when are you going to meet? Now, here's where it's going to get interesting because, okay, so this is it. Now, let me go with the advice first, which is the High Priestess and the Empress, and then we'll go into these two, which talk about kind of potential time frames. So, Empress. Self-love, self-care, self-confidence, being in your power. And then the High Priestess, following your intuition, listening to your gut. You're very intuitive. Be in touch with your intuition. So what this is telling me is I feel like you are going to be guided to take some sort of action. I can't tell you what that is, unfortunately. I'm not getting that particular information, but no matter what it is, whether it's you're just guided to try online dating, even though that's not your thing, or whether you're guided to go to an event with a friend that you really don't want to go to, it's not your jam, but you feel really like your gut is telling you you have to go. Like for me, for instance, like this one time when I first moved to LA, I basically didn't know anyone. I had one friend. She liked to go out all the time. I was already kind of past that point in my life where like I was kind of over like partying. And I really didn't want to go out, and it was a total pain in the butt. I had to bring my dog to her place to spend the night there, and like blah blah blah. It was a pain in the butt, and I didn't want to go. But my gut told me you have to go. And that night, I met the guy that I dated for the next year and a half, and it was a very important relationship in my life. So it's that kind of a thing. I feel like that's what's going to happen. It might not be that exact scenario, but it's going to be something very similar where you're like, ugh, I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to go there. But your gut is going to be like, go, Vivien, go. Like, you have to. So listen to your intuition. I really feel like you're going to be guided to be in the right place at the right time to meet this guy. Now, so that's advice number one. Advice number two here is the Empress. Again, this is self-love. This is confidence. This is being in your power. And so you need to be in this energy to be able to receive this person. You know, for him to come in, you have to be completely whole on your own. Now, again, we're going to get more information in the final question. But as far as this goes, there's nothing here that's really making me feel like there's any groundbreaking work you need to have done. I feel like you've probably done most of it. Again, we'll find out in a second. But anyway, make sure you're in this energy because this is where we need to be. We need to be at our best. We need to be complete. We need to love ourselves. And we need to be ready to receive our true love. So that's the advice. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Okay, so the world and the sun. This is a potential time frame. Now, this is like... This is crazy. Okay. First of all, I've been getting the sun and the strength in like everybody's readings lately because those are the Leo cards. We're about to enter Leo season in just a couple weeks. Leo season's late July through most of August. I don't know if you've watched my YouTube videos, my In the Name of the Moon videos, but I've been talking about how I feel like there's this amazing collective energy going on this summer for all of us. I feel like for a lot of people, it's going to be love connections happening over the summer. And for the last few weeks, I've really been feeling like Leo season is where it's going to happen for a lot of us. So very interesting that you have the sun, which is Leo. Now, here's where it gets even like deeper is you also have the World card, which my video going up this Thursday, it's already uploaded, it's scheduled to go, is all about the Capricorn full moon eclipse, which is just before Leo season starts. And I talk about how I feel like this is the world energy and how the world energy is closing out that major chapter in your life. And like, this is the end point. Like, I really feel like this Capricorn full moon is when a lot of us are going to have major internal shifts to the point where we will be in this Empress energy. We will be in that energy to receive the gifts and the miracles and the blessings that we want. And for you, I really feel like, now again, we're going to get the advice in the last question because remember, we always have free will. We can always push things off farther into the future. So I'm going to try and keep you on track. But I feel like this person could come in really soon. They could come into your life potentially in Leo season or the rest of the summer, August and into September. I really feel like there's a good chance that this person might be coming into your life sooner than you may think. And as far as potentially where might you meet, this always makes me think of like outdoor vibes, like summertime, summer activities, like a farmer's market or an outdoor restaurant or an outdoor concert or an outdoor movie showing or something like that. It's like very like summery, warm weather, outdoorsy, fun activity with a big group kind of vibe. So anyways, let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards, and then we'll move on to the final question, which will be the advice. How can we make sure this person comes in as soon as possible? All right. What was that? Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Boom. Twice in one question right here. So that's just solidifying that. Wow. New Moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, let's get your final one here, and then we'll move on. Oh my God, Vivien. Can I just say literally this is, I don't even know how many of these I've done, and I think this is my favorite. Your reading is my favorite. True love. This is once in a lifetime. This is my favorite card from this deck. I love this card. Can we also just look at the similarity in the artwork? Like, look at their faces. Look at these people. Come on. This is every girl's freaking dream. This is like, I can't even speak. I'm losing the ability to speak. This is romantic. You are going to just, you're going to be so into this person, and they're going to be so into you. This is beautiful. This is, like I said, just like you're just going to gaze into each other's eyes. This is like intense emotional intimacy. Like if you've dated guys where there hasn't been a lot of emotional intimacy and you've like wanted that and you've craved that, like it's coming for you. Like this is the moment. This is freaking beautiful. I love this. Okay, let's move on. True love. We've got soulmate, true love, true love. I mean, come on. I can't even. All right. Final question. So this is important because this is the one where we can get the advice. Remember, I always like to say the important thing about tarot is to find the advice, because tarot is predictive to a point. Because we have free will. It's showing us where we're currently headed, but we can always walk off our path. We can always block things. And I don't want you to do this because this guy sounds fantastic and this is really beautiful. So this is where we're going to find the advice so we can make sure you can stay on path. Make sure that this guy can come in as soon as possible. And let's see what we can get for you. So what do you need to do to prepare yourself for your true love soulmate coming in? All right, 2 of Wands, the Devil, oh, geez, okay, well, all right. Knight of Pentacles. King of Cups, and Judgment on the floor. Okay. And Judgment. Alrighty. Okay. So, this is very interesting. I swear this reading is unlike any other I've ever done, and I love it. Okay, so, I think the most important piece of advice here is really the Devil and the Knight of Pentacles. So, because these two are going together for me. Okay, so, like I said earlier, I think you're in pretty good shape. I don't think there's a ton of, oh, you need to heal this, oh, you need to do this work, etc., etc. I think you've done a lot of that work. I think you're pretty close to being ready, to be honest. But here's where the advice lies. The Devil card is keeping yourself stuck, keeping yourself bound to toxic situations, toxic mindsets, toxic relationships, etc., etc. Now, for you, with the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands is all about teamwork. So I feel like there may be certain relationships in your life that, again, you seem so grounded. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is very grounded energy. So there may be some relationships in your life where they're a little bit one-sided, meaning you put in a little bit more effort than the other person does. And I don't think it's to the point where you need to cut people out of your life. I think you just need to be able to kind of stand up for yourself when need be and just say like, hey, you know, I would appreciate it if you would reach out to me more, or if you would ask me about my day, you know. Again, I just don't get anything super tough from this for you. But if there is anybody that needs to if you just need to kind of balance, you know, twos again represent balance. If there's any relationship in your life that just kind of needs to be balanced a little bit, you know, have that conversation. And then again, as far as the Devil goes, it can definitely represent toxic mindsets. Honestly, more often than not, that usually is what it represents. So if there's anything that you're holding on to, past traumas, you know, past relationships or experiences, or how people treated you, if you have any sort of like negative narrative, you know, the example I always give is, you know, oh, my last boyfriend cheated on me, so everyone else is going to cheat. Everyone's a cheater, you know, anything like that. Make sure you release those limiting thoughts about love or about yourself, because like I said, this is a very stuck energy. So if you are in that Devil energy, you'll just stay stuck. And also, if you're holding on to anybody from the past, let it go. You know, again, I don't think this is someone from your past. This is a brand spanking new, amazing person coming into your life. So don't hold on to any, you know, exes or any ex-crushes or anything. You know, let go of anyone from the past. And then the Knight of Pentacles is also talking about going, you know, taking it easy on yourself, you know, being patient with the process. Because the Knight of Pentacles, he's always successful. He's the only knight that is always successful, but he's very slow moving, and that's why he's always successful, because he's very grounded and very practical, and he you know, puts his ducks in a row before he moves forward. So to get you into this energy, to receive love, to receive this, again, I'm definitely getting water sign vibes. I'm definitely getting, this is Scorpio. These are water signs. But I definitely feel like I said, Cancer, Pisces are the ones I'm getting the most for him. But to get you in the place to be open to receiving, you know, you have to let go of whatever this is. If there's anything holding you back, like I said, negative, limiting beliefs about love, about yourself, if there's any toxic relationships that need to be kind of worked out. Again, I don't get the vibe you need to cut anyone out, but if you just need to work something out and get something a little bit better balanced, you know, anything like that, those are the things you need to be working on and focusing on, because then it's going to lead you to the Judgment energy, which is the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is rebirth, renewal, reawakening. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. This is that magic moment when that person comes into your life. So all of this is leading up to that. So again, really just the main advice for you to, you know, be ready for this person to come into your life, and so that they can come into your life and it won't be blocked or anything like that, is, again, go within, take your time, you know, don't try to like force anything. Don't try to say, oh, I got to work through this now, you know, just, you know, this is a very like natural energy, that Scorpio transformative energy. It's a very natural energy. It'll happen very naturally. Funnily enough, I also compared this full moon eclipse to the Judgment card, the World card and the Judgment card. Very interesting for your reading. But yes, the main advice here is that Devil energy. If there's anything that you're holding on to, anything negative, anything toxic, it's time to release it, because if you don't, that's just going to keep you stuck. It's just going to keep you right where you are. So let's go ahead and pull your final oracle cards, and then that'll do it for your reading. Beautiful. calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, so how many times have we heard the word soulmate and the words true love in your reading? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That also makes me think of that judgment energy too. All right. North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Yes, the devil is your comfort zone. Absolutely. I didn't even think of that. That makes complete sense. So I always like to say, and it's the truth, the best things happen when you step out of your comfort zone. Nothing amazing, nothing exciting happens within your comfort zone. Again, like I said, going back to the question before this about trusting your intuition and doing things that you wouldn't normally do, and like going to events that you wouldn't normally want to, you know, maybe saying no to a friend when, you know, maybe saying yes to a friend when you really want to say no. You know, step out of your comfort zone. You got to get out there to meet this person. And I think it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be something where you just really don't want to go, but your gut tells you have to go. So definitely step out of your comfort zone. And again, the devil, that's the comfort zone. You know, that's, you know that saying, the devil you know, where it's like basically saying, you're probably familiar with it, but I'll explain it anyway. The devil you know, it's like people would rather be miserable and because it's comfortable, because they know that situation. They know it. They're like, yeah, whatever. I'm not totally happy, but whatever. Versus going out of their comfort zone to search for happiness because it's unknown and it's scary. I probably didn't explain that very eloquently, but I think you hopefully got what I was trying to say there. The devil you know. Yeah, that's definitely like staying within your comfort zone. We want to get out. We want to step out. Because again, like I said, he is a very practical energy. And this to me is very much getting out of your comfort zone. So that is probably the biggest piece of advice to come out of this question here. Thank you for that card, because that makes so much sense now. And like I said, it goes along with the second question. All right, let's get you one final card. Oh my God. Vivien. This is my other favorite card. Okay. The Union of Hearts, a love connection defies explanation. Oh, I love this card. Okay, I love your reading so much. I really hope you love it because I love it. Okay, the Union of Hearts, a love connection defies explanation. The vibes that this card gives me is like people looking at you guys would think like how does that relationship work? You know what I mean? Like there's just something about like a lot of times for me it's like people of two different cultures, people of just like totally different backgrounds. Like you'd think that like these people grew up completely differently, like how do they have anything in common, but you're like the most in love of anybody like anyone's ever seen. I am digging your reading so much. I love that card. Anyway, that's going to do it for you, Vivien. I really appreciate you so much. Again, thank you for purchasing a rush order. It means the world to me. I just gushed over this reading. I hope you loved it. It's more important that you love it than I love it. But I hope you loved it. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, bye.